Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back to Babeinlibrary. It's your girl Lisa, and it's time for my February TBR. First and foremost, let me just give myself a big kudos because I knocked my January TBR out of the park. Like, I crushed it. Never to be duplicated or replicated in future state. Like, this is a phenomenon. Look at this graphic. I did that. February, y'all got another thing coming because I'm back on my bull. I am back to mood reading, going wherever the mood takes me and not sticking to this TBR one bit. So, that being said, I'm still going to give it to you. I'm still going to tell you where I'm at today and how I feel about what I want to read. And let's just have a drinking game or a laugh at how much I'm able to stick to this. So, one thing I know for sure I need to do is knock down these arcs. You all should know that my goal for the year 2025 is to get to 70% on NetGalley. That is a strong ass. I just made it to 57%, which is leaps and bounds better than the 41% that I've always maintained. So I'm making progress, but will I be able to make that 70% goal by the end of 2025? Your guess is as good as mine, but I'm going to try. Starting with my arc that comes out in February 11th. This is the arc by Tati Richardson. Now, Tati Richardson is a pen name for T.M. Richardson. You all know I enjoy this secret series, so I've read The Oath. I now have to do The Offer, which is one of my 25 for 25. But I want to see what her contemporary pen name is heading for. So Losing Sight comes out on February 11th. It is a older character storyline. So I believe that these characters are probably in their 40s, possibly in their late 40s into their early 50s. I'm not sure what the age range is, but given the cover, I do know that they are more mature characters. And it stems around our female main character going to the optometrist who becomes the love interest. But it's only after she finds these enchanted glasses that allows her to see life a little bit different. It gives her clarity, we'll say. And so she sees her life going one way with these glasses. And also she starts to see the potential spark of interest with her optometrist. So I do have a audiobook advanced copy, so I will be listening to that here shortly. I also have another arc that comes out on February 11th, which is Frenemies with Benefits. This is the third in, I believe, the Peach Tree Cove series. It is a small town romance. Now, I have not read book one or book two, so I'm hoping that this is one that I could just jump in and be with the times. And if I like it, possibly go back. I do know I am going to be seeing this author in 2025, so I do want to read something for her. And Frenemies with Benefits sounds right up my alley. I think this deals with a female main character who is in a small town. She owns her own business. And it isn't until her business partner actually sleeps with her ex. And that is why they become ex, because it's an entire scandal of her boyfriend cheating on her with her business partner. And the entire town is in on the plot. And so she is really trying to see if she can give love another try. And she finds it in a character that she doesn't necessarily have the best relationship with. And I think it is the person that she does her landscaping with. So I'm very interested to see how I like this author writing and if this is one I can just jump into, or do I need to go back and read the others. Now, I also have three other arcs that are coming out latter part of the month. So on February 25th, I have three different arcs. One being by Brienne Dene. This is going to be Jack Girls Atlanta. This is pretty much a drama centering three sisters. And these sisters have fallen on hard times, but they are out here trying to get it and make it happen. So got a little bit of plot, a little bit of mystery, and a little bit of crime. So I'm very interested to see where this goes. It says that they are bound by blood, by burden, but burdened by trust. Three devoted sisters struggle between unconditional family ties and a vengeful fueled scheme in this post-pounding women's crime thriller. So I've never read from Brienne Dene. I do have some other items on her backlist. Like I do have, most of them are her urban fiction and her urban romance, but I may want to pick up something a little bit different. And what better way to do that with jumping into a crime thriller? Also coming out on February 25th is going to be Burden of Love. I think this is by Maya. I did read my first Maya book last month in January, and it was also an art copy. It was Friends to Lovers, very cozy, arranged marriage, very cute. And this one has more drama and a little bit more angst than the last one did. So I am wanting to see how well this author jumps around in her genres, because it seems like from reading Embrace, she has cozy, cute, perfectly deliciously sweet down pat. And so now I want to see what it's like when she writes a story that has an attorney that goes and falls in love with someone that is a detective, and they are on opposing sides on a case. Will the battle of wills win out, or will they fall in love and try to work together to really define what happens with somebody's livelihood? And then lastly, the final book that I have that is an arc, also coming out of the 25th, is by Casey Mills. This one is You Could Do Damage. Now, I am a little hesitant to pick this one up. I did pick up my first Casey Mills, which was also a crime thriller mystery. And it wasn't a bad book at any means, but I am worried about this one because, one, it has a beautiful cover, but I hear that it has a major cliffhanger. And this originally came out, I want to say in like 2021, and it's being brought back by Black Odyssey, but there is no follow up to the story. So I feel like there's been enough time that we should be getting something out to finish up the story, unless Black Odyssey has expanded the storyline. So I'm not necessarily sure what's going to happen, but I do want to pick it up and I do want to read it. It says it's a dangerous dance of passion and power that unfolds when two wounded souls collide in this sizzling, unconventional romance. So in this, it talks about how our female main character is a little bit down on her luck. She is broaching homelessness until she gets a marriage proposal by someone who is a kingpin, and she decides to take him up on her offer because, honestly, girl, what do we have to lose? You're already nearly homeless. Like, you can't pay your bills. Let's take this man up on his marriage of convenience offer. But what are those strings attached? That is what we're going to find out in this book. I'm very interested to see, like I said, if Black Odyssey has extended past what was created in 2021. So we're going to be reading that this month. Some other things that I want to make sure that I read that cares for all of my arcs. I do know that I am a part of some buddy reads. So one of the most popular books that's out there for our fantasy girlies that centers a paranormal environment is going to be The Secret World of Maggie Gray. I have high hopes to read this one. I believe it centers four girls that are in a HBCU, but that are in a magical society. So you've got one, I think, is a vampire. Another one is a siren, probably a witch and a werewolf. I'm not sure all of the elements comprising there, but it's four girls in this HBCU that are sticking together, having their friendship as they start to navigate this collegiate school for the paranormal. And I've heard nothing but amazing things about this. This is with the B2 Weird group that has reading sprints and they have read along. So I'm very interested in getting to this because I want to be on the hype train. I want to go to the university, get my sweatshirt, and I want to be where the people are. So definitely will be reading this month. I also want to read, so the author's name is Granger, but I believe that they had a different pen name beforehand, and I also have one of those books. So I think I may also read Hoodwink by the same author and do a comparison of their pen names. So that may be a video that you can look forward to in February. And then the one physical book that I will mention, everything else is kind of going to be up for grabs, but I do want to read Robbie Renee's Somebody Forever. I am currently reading Somebody's Wife, and I do know that Somebody's Husband just came out. I probably won't get to it just yet, but Somebody's Forever is the companion to Somebody's Wife, and this is where they originally start. They have their rendezvous. It is an entanglement between a person that is currently married versus with someone that is working with them and that has been divorced. They both work together, and so it's taboo for a number of reasons, but this is their story and this is their story to continue. And one thing about me, I have to see how it ends because I am tired of starting books or series and then taking months to finish. So it's time for me to continue on the train while I'm there. So I will be picking up Somebody's Forever shortly after, because I'm going to be finishing Somebody's Wife today. Like, this is the last book that I have to complete my January TBR, and by doggone, I'm going to get it done. So that is what I have for the month of February. Anything outside of that is going to be icing on the cake. So if I am able to get to Immortal Dark, if I'm able to get to Blood and Brujas, those are two other books in book clubs that I am thinking about joining. I definitely know I have some Valentine's Day reads, so there's some that I will be doing for a video that I have planned. But all in all, that is what I plan on reading in February. Let's see how much I can get done. What I am persuaded to pick up outside of my arcs and outside of the one book club book that I'll be reading. Tell me what you plan on prioritizing in February. And if you don't want to do that, I'm going to ask you to leave me a diamond emoji or some sort of sparkly emoji for Somebody's Wife. Even though I'm reading this in January, it carries on into Somebody's Forever, and I just hope they get their happily ever after. And I will talk to you all next time. Bye.